Okay, so in the last time we rendered, I realized that I have skin material selected, and basically that material will be applied to all geometry that doesn't have a certain material assigned to them. And it's very ambient, so it makes the hair look very bright in contrast to the body. So I'm just going to change it to the basic material. And as you can see, all the hair will be a lot more dark. So let's try render this. Yeah, looks better. I wonder if the shadow is a bit blotchy. I might turn it down to 1K res, maybe up it to 2048 and maybe just blur it a bit more. Let's try again. And also the hotkey for rendering is Shift R. Yeah, looks better. Now it doesn't, there's not such a big contrast between fur and skin anymore. And I mean, it feels more natural. Yeah, it's better. So now we are going to check out another grooming brush, which is called Groom Lengthen. And the shortcut for that is BGN. And basically what it does is you just pull hair out like this. So I'm just gonna lengthen that, pull it out. And oh, that's a bit too much. Yeah, that's fine. Another thing that I've been meaning to do now is all the hair on the they feel kind of very it doesn't have a natural look. They sort of follow the same flow, which is fine at the moment. They're also sort of, you know, the same length, and I want to have more length variations. And we're going to sort of create a brush for masking out like random parts of the fur. So let's choose our mask pen, and then we're going up to brush, clone, and then we have created a new mask pen brush, and I want to change the stroke from freehand to spray, and the alpha is going to be really small, so we change it to alpha 40. And in stroke, if we try this on the fur now, it's going to look like this, okay? And it's too much flow, so we're going to grab this guy and pull him down to the bottom. So now we don't get as much masking as we did before. So let's save out this brush as well. Just go up to brush, save as, and I have some, basically you just find Z startup, and it's in the installation folder, and you go Pixelogic ZBrush R3 startup, and you go to up one, and go to ZBrushes, and you can just create a folder and save it there, or you can, even better, if you have Dropbox or another folder. I mean, if you do a reinstallation or anything with ZBrush, you will by default delete that folder with your own brushes. So I would save it in another place and just drag in a shortcut to the real folder. So let's use this to create some length variants. Okay, right, so now I have that masked off, and just going to invert my mask. And I could use my, that Groom lengthen just to drag these guys out, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to first of all show you that it's much easier to lengthen stuff, but it's so much harder just to get it back at the same length. So what we will do is we will hit go down to morph target and store morph target, and then we're going to create a layer. And you can see here that the FiberMesh will be filled as black, or so it seems. But if you go down here and turn off fast preview, the painting is still there. There is a quick fix. You just hit and go up to color, fill object, or Control F. We set that yeah. Now I have masked off this area, so I can only fill like that. Okay, what I did, I was just guess you could see that when I filled, it only filled the unmasked part of the fur, and so I filled it, and then I just inverted the mask and filled again. Invert mask by control clicking. So we have created a layer. I can just hit W and drag out a transpose line, move that to the center, like that. Yeah. And then I just drag this along, so you get basically a global sort of length variation. I'm not super happy with that. I feel the clumps I get are too big, so I'm gonna redo it. Gonna paint a new mask. So let's just isolate this, and I'm gonna lower my brush size. Okay, let's try it again. And I'm in scale mode now. Just scaling it up. Hitting Control H just to hide the mask. And yeah, something like that. It's slightly better. There is a trick that's good. Sometimes you want to compare, what did I just do and how does it compare to the old version. So I just turn off the mask here, or sorry, the layer, and then I hit Shift S and I get a snapshot of the object, and then I just put this beside. Whoops. Then I turn on the layer again, and then I have a better comparison, like which version do I like more. And I think it was an improvement. I mean, this guy he's been to the hairdresser quite recently, but this guy, he's been out in the wild. It's nice. So, when I feel happy with this, so I'm just gonna clear out that with Control N. I'm gonna get in some more variations. Whoops. Gonna bake that layer, create a new one. Have to fill it though. Also, you can, in the spray section here, you can increase the placement. Basically, it just it places strokes in a bigger random radius. Okay, let's try this. Put the transpose line in the middle of the head and scale. So turn this off. Snapshot with Shift S. And well, it feels a bit too much. And this is where it's very handy with the layer. I can just slide this down maybe 0.5 or so. Yeah, it's not a huge difference. Maybe 0.75. Bake it. And now I was thinking that we have some areas where, like, the transition between the fur on the arm and onto the hand, it looks very, it's like a suit or something. It doesn't have a nice transition. So what I want to do is I want to shorten this. Always make a layer. It's easy to go back. And also I want to show you down here at the store morph target. Basically you can store something, and if you would, let's say I use the smooth brush, which is shift, then you just paint here, and I mean, it's easy to go too far with making the hairs too short, but you can always use the morph target brush, and you select it with BMO, morph target brush, and when you paint now, the FiberMesh returns to the state they were in when you had hit the store morph target. Let's try it again. Just doing some shift stuff. Just gonna lower my Z intensity so I don't get the kind of huge difference. And sometimes you will feel like, did I really make a difference? And then you just check out how the old version looks like. I mean, I think it's better. It still needs work, but it's better. I also think we should try and fix the face. Just holding down Shift, working on the face. And what I want is basically to just shorten this. I don't want the mustache part to go over the lower lips. And I want to have a better transition between skin around the eyes and the fur. You can see here, you know, in the last video we did those big direction stuff in the fur, and as a result of that you really get a sharp line over here, right there. It's like direction and then suddenly just poof. So we need to have a smoother transition between the torso and the leg, or the hip and the leg. I think it would be fun to just have some more length variations up here. Just going to use the Groom lengthen brush. Yeah, I feel I want to do some more stuff. I want to have this area. It's going to be more like a sharp curl type of thing, and also around the chin part, some kind of thing like this. So let's do that. Okay, let's just do a quick test render and see how it feels. Yeah? Oh, it feels good. feels like we're on the right track. And what we also want to do is just turn off the layer, hit Shift S, just snapshot, and then turn it on again, and then just, you know, have a look, and yeah, it feels nice. It's a good way to compare your work with like 10 minutes ago and just feel like, yeah, we're moving forward and we're getting somewhere.